Welcome to the program. I'm Andrew Wilkow. We are 12 days from the presidential election, and President Obama is trying to make everyone trust him, that he can do in the next 4 years what he apparently couldn't do in the first 4 years. He's kind of like a lying, cheating spouse who keeps telling their significant other that they're the only one for you, and nobody will love you like they do. The reality is, if you're in that situation, anybody else would be better for you. Here he is on trust.
And we joke about Romnesia, but all of this speaks to something that's really important, and that is the issue of trust. There's no more serious issue on a presidential campaign than trust. Trust matters. And here's the thing. Iowa, you know me. You know that I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
Ronald Reagan had a famous line, trust but verify. If Obama wants to be trusted, why don't we do it and just verify? Let's ask this. What has gotten better? Maybe President Ostrich had his head in the sand over the past 4 years because it seems that he has forgotten the policies that he put in place just haven't worked, especially when it comes to improving the economy and getting people back to work. The initial jobless claims for unemployment benefits dropped 23,000 today to a seasonally adjusted 369,000, according to the Labor Department. The only reason why this is good news for the president is because things haven't gotten worse with the claims bill. So, it's a claim still. Under 400,000, but the dip isn't bringing down the unemployment rate, which still stands at 7.8%. Obama would like you to believe he's a job-creating machine. Listen to what he said at a rally in Florida today.
We lost 9 million jobs in the Great Recession, but over the last 31 months, our businesses have added more than 5 million new jobs. Unemployment is falling. Manufacturing is coming back. Our assembly lines are humming again.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman. Looks like his arithmetic is a little off. Still down 4 million jobs, Mr. President. It's kind of like geometry. The pieces aren't fitting. And yeah, he noted manufacturing is coming back a little. A report today did show durable goods were up 9.9%, beating expectations. But let's not forget they were down 13% last month. And make no mistake, the Federal Reserve watering down the dollar has a big role to play here. I know, a weak dollar. It sounds good in the short run, but a debauched currency leads to economic ruin, and history proves it. The president's been so focused on the economy because we know Obama pretty much has made sure the government intervened in just about every sector of it. I mean, first it was Wall Street, then it was health care, and now it looks like he wants to interfere in the housing market. The Obama administration is considering ousting the head of the Federal Housing Finance Authority, Edward DeMarco. Why? Because he rejected a mortgage relief policy that may have cost taxpayers an additional $250 billion. Which would have only added to the $16 trillion plus we're already in the hole for. Now, speaking of the deficit and verifying, didn't the president promise to cut the deficit in half? Well, so far, he's only added to it $1 trillion or more dollars each year since he's been in office. Unfortunately, this past year, the president has been so wrapped up in campaigning, nothing's really gotten done down in Washington. Now, this sparked an initiative by a group of CEOs to raise over $40 million in private donations to urge action by Congress. Here's how the CEO of Honeywell, David Coate, described their agenda in the Hill newspaper. Quote, "What we're trying to do is drive support for the radical middle." Hey, isn't that where Chris Matthews said Mitt Romney was going? The 70% of us that really want to do the right thing, down the middle, and recognize that the only way you can govern is through compromise. The executives want Congress to strike a deal that reforms entitlement programs and cuts spending, but also overhauls the tax code in a way that increases revenue, unquote. Boy, where have I heard that before? Sounds kind of like Romney's plan, doesn't it? Now, getting back to Obama and his focus on the economy or his campaign, he made a stop at the Tonight Show last night and discussed who he wants to win the World Series.
I will say that, I have spent a lot of time in Detroit lately. And You know, I didn't want to let Detroit go bankrupt.
Right.
So there's in this particular World Series, I may be a little partial.
Yeah, okay, sure. Well, you saved the town. There you go.
Some people will cheer for anything. You know, that's kind of funny. He saved the city from bankruptcy by making GM government motors. What's even more interesting is that the paper of record, the Detroit News, is actually endorsing Mitt Romney. Take a look at the headline. Editorial, Mitt Romney for president. You can't make this stuff up.